Plug in your headset and forget the world with 7 games that deserve to be heard. We hear a lot about how awesome games look, with the word stunning thrown around so often it's almost become an expletive. Stunning graphics, stunning world, stunning art. And while the way a game looks is crucial, it's sound that brings it all to life. An expertly rendered gun would be nothing without the satisfying clunk as it reloads. A fire burning under a starry sky wouldn't feel as comforting without the crackle and pop of twigs. And monsters lurking around corners would never be as bad if they were totally silent. Or maybe they would. That could be scary. The point is, audio makes a difference. Whether you're playing an epic sci-fi adventure or a gentle indie life sim, sound is an essential component. And with that in mind, here are 7 games that deserve to be played with a headset. This will be a throwback for many people who have haunting memories of creeping around in simplistic free games featuring the elongated antagonist. But Slender the Arrival takes the tall, unsettling man prize. Honestly, it's a thing. And few things bring your greatest internet fears to life better than popping on a headset and stepping into a forest of virtual nightmares. You are totally alone in Slender, and cutting off all other sounds means you feel a real sense of crushing helplessness. Because in the abandoned spaces of Slender, there's no one to hear you scream, except for the people in the office when I played this. Sorry, guys. Every echoing footstep or ominous stirring behind you will be all the more terrifying when you can't hear anything else. And what began as an urban legend will become far too close to reality as you lie awake in bed at night. Suddenly, that dressing gown hanging on your wardrobe looks suspiciously like an ominous figure. It's the sort of game where you won't want to take off your headset for fear of what might be behind you.
Just here to collect my Tall Unsettling Man award?
Fine. Nothing heightens the claustrophobia in observation better than blocking out all other sounds. You're often totally focused on one camera angle at a time, and with such limited viewpoints, your other senses are heightened. So, listening out for clues in your immediate environment is both essential and chilling.
Relocate to EAS 3. I'll need your help when I get there.
You take on the role of Sam, the AI system on a shuttle, there to help out Emma Fisher, apparently the lone survivor on board.
Dr. Emma Fisher, 140412.
As Emma shouts at you, desperate for assistance in opening doors, putting out fires, and other life or death situations, a great headset is perfect for turning up the pressure. But unfortunately for Emma, the computer only has my real-life intelligence, so she gets easily frustrated, which is understandable.
What the hell, Sam? On 3! That's it, come on!
The overwhelming isolation quickly mounts as you realize Earth is no longer below you and all contacts are cut off. It is Emma, Sam, and space, and a weird, possibly evil hexagon. It's a richer experience for being so focused, but it's important to talk about what it isn't. Observation isn't just a jump-scare horror game, it's about measured tension, plot twists, and story, and all those things are enriched by some incredible sound design that really puts you in the moment.
Maddie, we talked about this. It's time for the next entry.
Alright, God, bossy. Below is a unique dungeon-crawling role-playing roguelike that takes place in near darkness. So, like other games on this list, sound becomes a vital element of not only enjoyment, but survival. Echoing footsteps, dripping water, and the sound of bats flying by permeates the air as you explore a labyrinth below a mysterious location known as the Isle. In fact, when you compare them to below, it's amazing how well lit most gaming dungeons are. Like they're part subterranean horror, part aspirational Instagram post. The caves in below are meant to be travelled alone too, which means no sound to distract you from complete immersion as you delve deeper and deeper underground. The world is procedurally generated too, providing a vast terrarium to explore that you'll love getting lost in. Well, I say love, but there will be moments when you're cold, hungry, lost, and your light source is fading. Maybe you do love that. Find your bliss. And while most of the screen may be black, this is where sound becomes all important. A slowly unraveling mystery is expressed via softly rustling grass and the chattering of a lone fox. And before you ask, no, you can't stroke the fox. I know, I tried. While you Vault Hunters were looting and shooting your way through Pandora's wasteland and beyond, you might not have given much thought to sound, thanks to those distracting boxes filled with ammo and guns taking most of your attention. However, it's definitely worth appreciating.
I knew I'd find the vault map.
Borderlands 3 uses binaural sound to bring the cartoonish world to life, so conversations, combat and carnage sound as if they're happening all around you, rather than in one fixed point on your screen. It's a subtle change that makes a huge difference. A fanatic blasting at you with bullets from the left will be distinct from an icy waterfall cascading on the right. And who wouldn't want to hear the screeches of creatures echoing around you in the cistern of slaughter? So relaxing. None of this will stop you ransacking to your heart's content, of course. This is Borderlands 3, and grabbing the best gear is baked into the very DNA of the game. But maybe, just maybe, the real loot was the amazing sounds you heard along the way. That was terrible. Throw me to the skags. I'm sorry. As the lights go down while you crawl through the rundown space station in alien isolation, sound will become your closest companion. Stealth is a vital element of your survival, so you'll need to keep an ear out for the biologically perfect killing machine lurking behind you. And in this respect, a headset is the only way to stay truly focused. Because as soon as you hear those thudding xenomorph footsteps, it's time to hustle out of wherever you are or hunker down and hope you don't get found. Is it gone yet? It's not just long-tailed extraterrestrials you'll need to watch out for either, as humans can be just as deadly if you handle a situation wrong. Listening in on conversations before you interact can save your skin on more than one occasion. And then there are the dead-eyed working Joe synthetics who'll politely scold you for becoming hysterical before effortlessly bludgeoning you to death. Oh my god.
Good day.
And while yes, the lo-fi look still provides the perfect setting for this meticulously crafted stealth game, it's sound that really makes the world feel real. The sighs of doors opening, the crackle of radios,
Entrance is dead ahead. Use the terminal in reception to open the door.
and of course the hiss of a xenomorph that's a little too close for comfort. Nope, still not coming out. Some of the games we've talked about so far are great titles that only get better with the right setup, but few of them compare to our next entry. Unheard was made to be played with a headset. You play a detective who solves cases using sound, which means you'll struggle to get the full experience without them. The art style is simple, but the voice acting and effects create a world that feels alive, even if you can't see each individual element.
What's wrong with me, exactly?
We used images to hypnotize you, allowing you to see and hear things from your past.
It's a unique take that really celebrates sound design in games and offers a whole new way of imagining virtual spaces.
What's going on? Why is the back door locked? Larry! Larry, something terrible's happened.
Your only clues for each case are a basic floor plan, a list of names, and an audio recording leading up to the event. Sometimes you're searching for a confession, but other times you need to track an object. And with a headset, you'll never miss a thing.
My painting has actually been stolen.
You can listen to tapes over and over again, piecing together new info from your fourth or fifth run-through. There's no helpful suggestions either, so it's up to your innate sleuthing skills to crack each case. When you do finally find the answer, you'll feel good enough to rival Sherlock Holmes or whatever fictional detective you identify with most. I consider myself the middle point in the Venn diagram between Batman and Nancy Drew. I think.
I have just one last question for you. Who are you?
And finally, we've got Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. From the second you paddle through the opening river of death, sound is crucial here. You follow Senua as she travels to hell in search of her lost love, but you'll quickly learn she's not alone thanks to a chorus of unsettling voices.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
And thanks to binaural sound, you'll feel a tingle in your neck as they whisper and shout at you from all directions. It's so effective, in fact, that friends and family may need warning about the chance of headset-induced paranoia. It's okay. It's just the voices. Senua's psychosis manifests through an ever-changing landscape, confusing visions, and most importantly, those constant yells and whispers that give you a sense of what she's going through. And with a headset plugged in, you'll feel them as close as Senua does, which makes Hellblade a unique, often grueling experience that deserves the right sound setup. And there's no hand-holding in Hellblade either, which means you might need the rushed, confusing advice, although whether you can trust it is another matter entirely. Few games celebrate sound design in quite the same way as Senua, and experienced correctly is the type of adventure that will stay with you long after you finish playing.
Like and subscribe.
Hit that thumbs up.
Why not ring the bell?
Unsettling man prize.
Where did I leave my keys?
Why is it mouse and mice, but not house and heist?
At least I'm not lonely. So, those are our top 7 games that make the most of game audio. Don't forget to check the links in the description so you can pick up your own best-in-class gaming headset. Let us know any of your favourite titles that fit the list, and if you like the sound of what we did, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you do already subscribe, then tap the notification bell to keep an ear out for when our next video lands.
Ring the bell of awakening. Why do I call it the bell of awakening?
Did you leave the oven on?